public place you did it. Probably the Obama thing.
John, what's the, oh God.
Oh God.
That a dog, a German Shepherd to be exact, had his head surgically removed, and a man had his head surgically removed, and the heads were switched.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up at 7-Up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. But I did say in the previous video, like, bro, don't think that, like, I don't go through hard times, tough times. Bro, trust me, the last couple days, I say the last 7 days, bro, been crazy. A lot of things, people that was close to me, people I really had love for, going through it. Ain't doing the best. And my life is going good. And it's kind of that survivor's guilt. Old scars being ripped open, gotta heal through them. So don't think that I ain't going through shit too. And I'm just always smiling and happy. Because I be going through it, bro. But I had to come chill with the collective. I had to come drop a video. And it helps me come chill with the people who I know I could feel vulnerable with. Who I know gonna make me feel at home. Same with y'all. So, I love y'all collective. With that being said, y'all tell me let y'all in on my personal. That's some of the little bit of personal. I can't go too far. It's a lot of people watching. But I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
I'm not into all the woo-woo, but I'm a little mystical, right? So apparently the Earth has a chakra system and all of these locations are supposed to be sacred portals. I'm curious if any of them lead to Agartha or the center Earth. Just kidding. Maybe. Anyways, this is my driver, and I'm allowed to have fun on this channel. Let me live. Let me live. Here we go. Straight to Agartha.
I seen y'all comments before. Y'all have asked that same question.
Imagine you're walking late at night, completely alone, and suddenly you see this. This short clip went viral online for a very unsettling reason. At first glance, it looks like just a woman walking home. But security footage captured something no one can fully explain. The woman was heading down a dim, empty street when a tiny creature stepped out of the shadows and began walking directly toward her. Not a child, not an animal, but something else. A dwarf-like figure, barely the height of her knee, moving with an unnatural confidence as if it recognized her. She froze, didn't scream, didn't run, just stood there, paralyzed, as this thing approached her in complete silence. Researchers online began comparing the creature to mythological beings from different cultures. Latin America's duende, Ireland's leprechauns, Scandinavian trollfolk, and even the Filipino duende, small supernatural entities said to appear only to people chosen for a message or a warning. Some users believe the creature is harmless. Others insist it's a bad omen, a spirit tied to abandoned places or crossroads at night. Here is the footage again, but slowed down, so you can see the moment it appears. Stop video, Alina. So now the question is, what exactly did this woman meet that night? A myth made real? A spirit? A creature not yet documented? Tell me what you think in the comments, and follow me, or we'll never see each other again.
I gotta call Kat, bro. I got to. She didn't look at it when it's walking by her. She didn't see it coming up on her. I gotta call Cap. If you disagree, I still got love for you. Let me know why you disagree with me.
Check it out, family. Now y'all can sit here and say, oh, it's a medical condition. This nigga foot look like he turning into Sandman or some shit. These gotta be creatures. I don't give a what y'all talking about. These mother creatures the whole time. But y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. But on For No Grave, y'all, shit is crazy. What the
I made the mistake of opening Twitter and I found out they released a whole bunch of new Epstein files, and oh my gosh, it is insane. I'm sorry, I just woke up, so I apologize if I'm being a bit too emotional. Five Nights at Freddy's shows up in the Epstein files. That's how crazy this is. I don't think you understand how much I wish I could say I was joking when I say Jeffrey Epstein was walloping his wand to FNAF NSFW. In other news, Jay-Z has been named in the Epstein files. Apparently Pusha T was also in there. Elon Musk got named in the Epstein files. Honestly, I kind of had a 50-50 on that one showing up. You know, a lot of people kind of had figured that was a given. Apparently, President Bush, like the first President Bush, I don't know. And apparently, Stephen Curry has been funding money into the. I don't know what to think. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it just gets worse. I think the one good thing that has come out today, and it's not really even that good, is Luigi Mangione has a charge and a weapons charge has been dismissed. But that's like that's been over. Like a lot of people just don't even care about that anymore. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be sick.
Moral of the story is there's too much shit going on to keep up with.
Even though a lot of that area been looking like that, I see a lot of videos of Oakland just looking dirty, bro. And that's just not the bay I grew up in, fam. Like, we grew up on ancient lands, bro. Like, it's crazy because when I see the state of California, people used to want to go to California, bro. Now it's to the point where people don't want to visit California. And that's crazy, bro. Don't think it's just LA. People used to love to come to San Francisco. Even in Oakland, like, it's crazy now, bro. Like, everything shifted. It's like a whole old world. The Bay Area I grew up in ceased to exist. That's why I don't go back. I find no reason to go back because it's like the state of the city is so at such a low point. But I love Oakland, man. It made me who I am.
When I tell you they leave their mark on everything, when I say they, I just mean Satanists, okay? I used to watch this show as a kid on Nickelodeon called The Legend of the Hidden Temple, and it was a game show for kids. And I was watching it for nostalgic reasons, and then I hear the name of the talking god, right, the godhead, right? Its name is Amalek. Give me a freaking break, okay? Super clever, Nickelodeon. Amalek, like the god of child sacrifice in the Bible, Moloch. Sure, that was an accident or just a happy coincidence. This is my driver. So sick of this. You should look up how many kings sacrificed their sons in, you know what? Unbelievable. Here we go. Here's driver.
I like her content. She be going crazy.
Look at history. They always tell us that that's when Columbus set sail. Right? That's when Columbus discovered the New World. Well, when they say that, we all know today that Columbus didn't discover America. It was already people. It was already niggas here. We know this, right? But what they mean when they say discover the New World is a whole lot deeper. They literally came here from a different planet. Human beings with the extraterrestrial races. That Christopher Columbus, so the story of Christopher Columbus, when they tell us that he discovered a new world, they have us thinking in school, like, oh, okay, well, these niggas hopped on the ship, left Spain, came over here and, kicked our ass, enslaved them, killed them. And they went and got us from Africa and brought us over on ships, and here we are today, right? Mm-hmm. When in reality, that's not true. The story is a hidden symbology of what really took place. Christopher Columbus was an actual scout. It was the actual scout. When they came, when they said he set sail, they got on ships. They don't mean ships that went over the water. They mean actual spaceships. You know what I'm saying? They come through the cosmos to enter our planet. So this is why they always give him credit to this day for discovering the new world. When I say they, I mean these higher ranking human being races, because they really did come to this planet and it was a new world for them. You with me?
Did you know since 1974, California has been the #1 hotspot for UFO sightings in the world? And if you don't believe me, believe ABC 7 News.
According to a new study, California tops the list for UFO sightings.
Yeah, that's according to data from the National UFO Center. Since 1974, California's had double the sightings of any other state. The new research comes as NASA begins to study UFOs. Starting today, the agency will put together a team that will analyze unclassified data on the phenomena for the next 9 months, then release it to the public.
Also, I found a bunch of footage from locals in Santa Cruz who have witnessed UFOs. You can even see the boardwalk below one of them.
2 lights.
2 lights? I only see one.
Together.
Really?
That little white thing is just a bug, so don't mind that.
Well, okay. So this could be a drone. If it does something crazy like shoot off into space or go, then...
That's weird, yeah. This thing is...
That's not a drone, dude. So we walk out here, dude, and we're like, I'm like, what? Look at the orb that's surrounded, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And on top, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a UFO, bro. See how it moves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. It's so funny.
Come closer, dude.
So, I accidentally recorded a UFO the other night. Wait to see it with Zoom.
And this was in Santa Cruz.
I did not know I was recording this until later. I'm not moving the camera. The UFO is moving. Zoomed in and slowed down. Look at that.
The way it like zooms like that, like...
Here is the full and edited video. Remember, I did not know I was recording this.
I would have thought Alaska or Australia would have had the most sightings. Personally, that's what I would have thought.
I'm telling you, the world is not ready for all the things that have been hidden from us for hundreds of years. Everything I show you in this short video is 1000% fact. So don't get mad at the messenger because your history teachers lied to you. Let's start. Fact 1. Did you know that all the islands and all the continents moved out of their place to new places? California used to be an island. The continents did kind of like Pangea. They were all very close together. And some major cataclysm happening, separating everything from itself. Fact 2. Did you know the stars did indeed fall from heaven? They say it happened in the 1800s, but if you know, then you know our civilization started in 1776. Or right about then, and when this happened, every eye in the world saw it. Fact 3. Did you know that all of our railroad tracks were discovered meters under the mud and dirt and go all the way from South America to the up northernmost tip of everything? Do you get it? Yep, the same place the auroras come from. Yep, the same place with Rubus Nigra in the 4 quadrants of land. The place where Google Maps will kick you off. Oh, and by the way, did you know that probably the second most anticipated character of the entire Bible in the book of Daniel traveled to this North Mountain? Guy wanted to be like God. Yes, everything was melted in our near past. Fact 4. And I surely mean everything. You'll find melted buildings, melted rocks, melted canyons all over the earth. Why isn't that in the history books? This one's actually pretty scary. Fact 5. Did you know that the Mount of Olives was in fact splitted exactly half a mile to Azel? Even more so, they built in the crack of the Mount Olives after 1800. They just filled it up. Because this, my friends, was Jerusalem in the 1800s. It looks like something massive had taken place right here. By the way, did you know that Nero Caesar demanded worship as God, and if you didn't do it, he would unalive you? And quite literally, all of Jerusalem was desecrated and destroyed in 70 AD. What are we, at fact 6 now? Did you know that the whole entire earth, after the melting, caught fire and destroyed all the buildings everywhere? Just look around me. Stick with me, they're only facts. Where we at? Fact 7. Did you know that the sun went dark for literally 18 months? Again, the date, 536 AD. But in the history of wars, they wrote that men were free neither from death nor pestilence nor any kind of anything bad for this whole time it went dark. Like the whole time the sun went dark, there was massive tribulation on all the people. Scientists now try to say it was volcanoes, but this does not match historical records, as the sun was dark everywhere in the earth at that time. And if you're curious why I never trust their dates, we have caught these people in the act adding 1,000 or 500 years to buildings. Straight up slopping on another 1,000 years. Look, I have been studying eschatology, history, and archaeology for over 13 years, and I've come to find that Google changes its mind all the time. But one thing that is forever are statues and buildings, even if they change them. Yes, the shackle is broken off the statue of Louis' first foot. If you made it this far, well done. This kind of information is very hard for people to stomach. And look, it was for me too, but we're not even close to done yet. I still have 200 more facts to give you along with every book in the Bible, so stay tuned.
Did y'all see why Adam Sandler is trending? Let me start off by saying Adam Sandler is one of those 1 in a million celebrities. He is not like the rest of them, and you can tell by his interviews, you can tell by his movies, Adam Sandler is that deal. So his daughter was in Beverly Hills bag shopping. She went to the Chanel store, casually dressed, sweats, shorts type shit, and immediately a sales clerk in there was treating her like she didn't belong in there. So Sadie Sandler walks over to a limited edition, classic, flat bag that was $28,600. Mind you, they do not know this is Adam Sandler's daughter. She looks like a regular person, but a regular person can have money. They seen her checking that bag out and they said to her, listen, this bag is for serious customers only. And then goes on to tell her, if you're not going to buy nothing, you got to go. The salesperson was extremely out of order. You know how they do when they think you don't got no money. So immediately she texts Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler told her, listen, stay there. I'm on my way. They're saying that he got there 8 minutes later, seen his daughter, put his arm around his daughter, seen a sales clerk and said, so you judge people how they're dressed. And after he did that, he turned around and bought every single classic flat bag that they had. That man spent $312,000 in Chanel. Mind you, he let this sales clerk watch him spend every cent of that money with somebody else when she could have had the commission. That means somebody else got the commission. And after he finished, he smiled at the saleswoman and said, real class isn't the price tag. It's how you treat people when they're wearing basketball shorts. Lesson learned. I'm out.
They're saying that right here, Kai is walking up the stairs to sell his soul. If that's indeed what's happening, let me break down for you how it would actually go. But the very first treacherous thing I have to point out is the way that Jaden Smith is acting right here as he's walking up the stairs. This over-the-top hype, this belligerent babbling that he's going off in is a sign of one thing and only one thing. A certain substance that's shrouded in secrecy in the occult for a millennium. Time and time again, the feedback is always the same thing. Let's come right back to Jaden and Will Smith. So as Kai walks up the stairs, everyone's excited as well as him because they are all initiated the same thing and he is also about to be initiated. The excitement and all the invitations from all his friends cannot be missed. Of course, Will Smith is very happy as well. He'll then walk to a back room with a bunch of people around and also cameras, probably other people partaking as well. We're not going to get into specifics, but something has been done. All the pieces for the ritual are there. There's warlocks and there's witches, and now they're doing sorcery to conjure up whatever being it is.
That's really weird. How would you know exactly what happened? Suspect.
Because over 15 years of studying and being aware, a lot of people have came front and spilled all the details of what was going on behind the scenes. Especially one person we're about to see in a minute. Do you guys remember the story of Jaden in the Hollywood Hills saying what happened? And around this entire time, we had the Beebs who was stuck with the did. That there was something very nefarious going on, and they were all a part of it, willingly or unwillingly. By the way, I'm happy, I'm healthy, and I rebuke all witchcraft in Jesus' name. There's been many people who've spoke up over the years, but nobody really listened, or they called them crazy. So what to make of this, and what to look out for? Well, if you see Kai Cenat putting on a dress, you know. He talked about Jesus before this. If he stops talking about Jesus, you know. Some people say he was already in it, but remember, he's doing a big career switch right now. Maybe this was needed for that next step. The craziest part for last, at the end here, you can see them walking away to what looks like an altar room. Right about, notice the people in a circle and some weird structures in the middle. Who knows? But let me know what you think. Is this all just a normal celebration in a red room, or is it something a little darker?
Is that a reach? I gotta ask. I know somebody in the comments gonna be feeling like I feel. I feel like that was a reach. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I'm not gonna say he wrong, but I didn't get. I mean, outside of the red background and the "Are you ready?" all that, yeah. But I mean, my homies greet me like that, so that's why I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know. I didn't say I'm taking up or making excuses. I'm just curious.
Oh my gosh, guys, this is the stairway to evilness, guys. You know what lake is in front of me? This is Lake Monroe, one of the scariest lakes in all the world, and they got this chain link fence right here, so you don't do these steps, guys. These are the steps of bye-bye, if you ask me, you know what I mean? But guys, check this out, because the reason why, there's thousands and thousands of alligators in here and bull sharks. It's crazy. What a combo, huh? But check this out, guys. Look at this no fencing area right here. No fencing. Don't go jogging. Don't go walking. Like, oh my God, it's windy out here. I could fall in. And look at, it's very deep. And you know what's under there? You're just falling on gator heads. Thousands of gator heads in here, guys. That's all you're falling on. And bull sharks. Bull sharks are one of the most vicious sharks in the shark family, guys. Look at this all the way down. Not a single fence. This is crazy, guys. If you can look at night, you see a sea of eyes, too, guys. Sea of shark eyes and alligator eyes, guys. This is Lake Monroe, one of the scariest lakes in all of Central Florida, if not the world. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to be in this lake, guys. In fact, true story is a guy did get his arm bitten off, I believe, in this lake right here. True story. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. I thought I'd just let you know. Okay, gotta go. Bye.
2,000-year-old staircase actually checked out for your tread and your riser. I used to build these back when I was doing carpentry. Hey man, I know how hard they are to build. You got to work out the perfect calculations for the height you want to start at versus where you want to finish, and then that gives you your equal riser and tread. There's a formula to work it out, and they look pretty spot on. That's dope. That's really cool. And they've even chiseled the front off so you get a flush finish. Ancient architecture and engineering at its finest, man. That's wicked. I'd build these out of timber, and then you trace it out with like pencil, and then you calculate it, make sure it's right, and then you would cut the checkouts for it. So then we usually did them the opposite way around, so that I'd draw with pencil line on here, and depending on how you were building, if you wanted like a closed end or an open end, you could screw onto the lines. When you work out your pattern, you can screw on a little bracket that holds the timber tread. But they've actually carved the notches out.
And I don't know if folks been keeping up with them files, but conspiracy theories, everything y'all said was right, including myself. See, I knew I was right, but like now everything coming to the light for real. Like the ceremonies with the babies, including the young kid, and they showing everything. They even showed the 30 families, the powerful family like the Disneys, the Rothschild, all that. Like that model from Mexico in 2008, she went missing after she was going around yelling. She was like, they eating humans and all that because they supposed to have kids or whatever. Yeah, I think it's gonna be over with for a lot of people. Like Donald Trump, he got mentioned in that shit a lot. Jay-Z, he about to go down. Yeah, man, y'all people that didn't want to believe nothing, calling people crazy, insane, calling Kanye insane. Man, y'all can't say none of that shit no more. It's different people saying the same thing, so you know it gotta be true. Hey, bro, these folks were threatening to kill people's whole families, take people's whole families away from them. And folks will still think this shit a joke, boy. That shit crazy.
You wonder why I live deep in the mountains of Alaska? Now you see why I have no neighbors up to 40 miles. Now you understand why I move the way I move? Do you see this shit was going on my page? Are you kidding me? And you still don't want to wear a mask? You still think this shit is fake? Let it play. Watch this shit.
Thanks for choosing us. I'm Katie Ramble.
And I'm Steve Irvin. Federal agents, some of them in hazmat suits, swarming a Phoenix business. Others investigating a home connected to that company. Part of the stuff they're hauling away, body parts, and lots of them. ABC 15 was the first to learn about this investigation. Christopher Stein's been covering the story since even before this raid happened, and he's live at the business near 24th Street and University. Chris, investigators giving you any details at this point?
Well, Steve, at this point, I can tell you that FBI agents have removed body parts and business records from this Phoenix-based business biological resource center. Let me step out of the way.
China!
Look here, the building here, because it's still an active scene. The crime
China!
Now, I've been told this year-long investigation does involve other states, including Michigan and a Detroit company. And as you see there, it's all roped off in crime scene tape. Now to the video.
Detroit company running body.
Biological resource center sealed.
Okay, biological weapons.
This morning, the business deals with.
For anyone that's confused why Jay-Z was found in the files, let me remind you, he trapped Rihanna in a room when she was a teenager, love bombed Beyonce when she was a teenager, and tried to steal Aaliyah away when she was a teenager. Is anyone surprised?
Okay, so this part is metal, and all of this is some heavy-duty ass plastic. Babe, what? Football field? 100 yards? Easy? Look. 120 maybe? Yeah. Look at that.
My name is C Legal for the people, and I will never ever lie to y'all. When I tell you to stay off them back roads going from Sac to Antioch or Antioch to Sac 160, stay off of that, especially at night. That fog is so bad to the point where it's like you will literally get yourself hurt if you don't go the right speed. It be trucks back there. It be people still driving fast and you can't see nothing. You cannot see. The fog is bad. Stay off that. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not lying. I am trying to save somebody. That road is dangerous. You cannot see. The video don't even do it justice, because when you're there, you cannot see. High beams don't matter. Nothing matters. You can't see. Stay off the back roads going from Sac to Antioch. It's terrible. Stay off that at night. Let's talk about it.
NBA is in trouble. And the reason why I say that is because the NBA has to make a decision. Who will be the face of the NBA? Now, in astrology, there's only 2 zodiac signs that have its own planetary ruler. Leo, which is ruled by the sun, and Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. Now, let's take a look at Anthony Edwards, who was born August 5th, 2001, making him a Leo. Now, before he was an NBA superstar, he was a Pop Warner legend. And yes, Anthony Edwards was cold at football. And this is why I believe he brings that competitive edge also to the basketball court. But in 2020, when Anthony Edwards was getting drafted into the NBA, he lost his mother and his grandmother simultaneously within the same year. So I honestly feel like this is what has contributed to Anthony Edwards and his masculinity. Some may say it's toxic masculinity, but I feel like this is what has made Anthony Edwards such a masculine individual. But even through all of the strife, Anthony Edwards still has came out on top. An Olympian, an all-star. Now, when it comes to SGA was born July 12th, 1998, making him a Cancer. Now, truth be told, SGA is probably one of the most liked NBA superstars of this generation. Although he has been getting a lot of recent hate within the past couple of years, I would still say SGA is one of the most liked superstars that I have seen. And I believe a part of that is due to the fact that SGA is a family man. He loves his wife, he has a child, and he loves the city that he plays basketball for too as well. And I feel like we see a lot of SGA's femininity come through with his fashion sense. Now, energetically speaking, both of these individuals represent an agenda from the NBA. Anthony Edwards fits the old agenda of the NBA: masculinity, bully ball, physicality, and pursuing the audience that they want to watch their sport. Whereas on the other hand, SGA represents the divine feminine, the law of attraction, being able to attract people to your sport without necessarily having to pursue them. So I feel like that's ultimately what the NBA is striving to do, is striving to attract a larger audience, because as we know, the NBA viewership has gone down in the past decade. Not that many people are chiming into the All-Star game, etc. So I feel like all of this is an orchestrated move by the NBA. But tell me what y'all think. Who do y'all feel like will be the next face of the NBA?
I want to hear him go further on that topic. I gotta hear a little more.
Bro, there are really some unexplainable things on the internet, like the Chris Benoit Wikipedia thing. You remember that?
What is that?
Okay, so you know Chris Benoit, right? The WWE wrestler that ended up killing himself and his son and his wife.
Yes, super tragic.
So Chris Benoit in 2007 was scheduled to be a part of an ECW, like a wrestling match, right? He didn't show up. The company behind the scenes was doing a lot of speculating and trying to figure out, reach out to him and all these things. Nobody knew what was going on. So on June 25th, 2007 at 12:01 a.m., an anonymous user on Wikipedia edited Chris Benoit's page and said Chris Benoit did not show up to his ECW match due to personal reasons, the death of his wife, right?
What?
Which is crazy because Chris Benoit, when he committed these, it was a 3-day event that happened. He had killed only, at this point, when this was posted, police believe he had only killed his wife up until this point. Him and his son were still alive.
How would that person know?
How would they know that? Right. The bodies were not found for another 14 hours. So once this was known, right, the cops believed maybe this person knew something that everyone else didn't, right? So they investigated. Turns out they tracked the IP address of the person who made this edit. The IP came back from Stamford, Connecticut, which is the headquarters of the WWE.
No way.
Well, turns out that this guy who posted it apparently came out and said, it was just a crazy coincidence. I just posted some crazy stuff and I just so happened to be right. A lot of people don't believe that, and I am one of those people.
No,
because coincidences of that size don't just happen.
Facts, bro. What we say? Coincidences don't. Or
The
what?
creature I spent time with down in the tunnel was a dog man. Now, to be clear, this was not the genetic chimera of a dog man talked about on the Confessionals podcast, which are genetically half wolf and half man. These beasts are terrifying and they are everywhere. And I'm convinced that it is these that are causing the disappearance of many people. However, this dog man that I got to know was a surgical chimera. That means that a dog, a German Shepherd to be exact, had his head surgically removed, and a man had his head surgically removed. And the heads were switched so that the German Shepherd body had a man's head and the man's body had a German Shepherd's head. This caused neurological and constitutional havoc for both creatures. They were miserable. The man's body, controlled by the dog head, urinated by lifting his leg on every corner he passed. The man's body rejected the raw meat eaten by the dog's head with explosive diarrhea. The man's body was desperately thin from malnourishment. The surgical wounds on their necks were festering, and somehow being attached to the wrong body caused them great pain neurologically. The sheer magnitude of what the evil ones are doing underground is mind-blowing.
Who else visualized that whole shit while she was talking about it, bro? I hope nobody was eating, because I be seeing y'all comments and be seeing some crazy shit. Y'all be like, bro, I was eating. I apologize. Don't eat while we watching this. That's some crazy shit, bro. I sound like Human Centipede.
If you do not think that all of history is a lie and that you're not also from Tartaria, this video is not for you, and they're not going to like this shit. So Tartaria was literally erased from the map. There was supposedly a mud flood. Every single thing these people tell us is a lie, okay? Everything. I would imagine, hold on, let me find another map. I would say this map is accurate. Obviously, the world is flat. Millions of pilots, not millions, but a lot of them have come forward and said that you've been lied to your entire life. The earth is flat. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is probably all there is to it. Anything that we're going to see in this lifetime. I'm sure we're being contained somewhere. So we're going to do a Tartaria family tree. You're going to have RH null or RH negative blood or the O bloodline. That could be AB negative. That could be a lot of things. You're going to have to dig. Now, Amazon has a self-test kit. You can't send your DNA into anybody. They're going to lie to you, okay? But let's just do this. My daughter's last name is Civella, C-I-V-E-L-L-A. They took her family from Sevilla, Spain, S-A-V-E-L-L-A. You see, they're going to butcher your name. My last name, when I was modeling, for whatever reason, they changed it to Hawk, H-A-W-K, on all my comp cards. Everything said Mindy Hawk. They do this all the time. They did it to Native Americans when they moved us all around. They butchered your last name. So now I'm going to show you something else. The Anunnaki bloodline, the Earth's hidden rulers, RH negative and RH null. I'm RH null. I bet you hear me now. It says O negative is very rare around Native Americans. I don't think I'm from here. Every single one of you right now knows somebody with this mark on their arm. We're all family, or we were all taken. This is the Rockefeller, Rothschild. This is a secret right here. This is not a smallpox vaccination. My mother told me she was burned before they took her, you see? And I will prove that it was from the Titanic. Something with the Titanic doesn't make sense. These people are very staged. It's color photographs. Bam, roll it back to black and white to stick my black-skinned mother in a prominent white family. You see, they don't time travel. They change the time wherever they go.
That thing on the arm, my grandma got that on her arm. She says it's been there since she was born. It's a birthmark. That's what she says.
And his first question would be, can we start unaliving people? Before, he would not hello, not hey, what's up, where are the drinks? No, it was, where are these victims and can we start unaliving them? And then the people would be like, hey buddy, this isn't one of those parties. Like they have those parties, but this is not one of those parties. And then they said to pass the time, you know, if you want to get your rocks off, we have puppies over here. Puppies. And you can do what you want to them. That's what you can do to pass the time at this party. I listened to one of those files, and I'm halfway through the second one, and my head hurts. My head hurts. This is insane.
Oh, Trevor, why are you coming at Nicki Minaj?
Nicki Minaj is not here. She is not here. She is still at the White House with Donald Trump discussing very important issues. Actually,
What is your wife talking about?
I don't know. We're not going to discuss that.
We're not going to discuss it?
We're not. We're not talking about it.
Not the White House.
It
was
not at the White House.
100% not at the White House. I promise.
He was not elected yet.
I'm in trouble now.
Now, excuse my language, but John, what the hell was that talking about? What the hell were you doing with the Obamas? Before he was elected? You care to explain what's going on? Or maybe you can explain these tweets that your wife been tweeting out. Johnny and I are on the way to the Hollydale. Karina Belanoff is serving a nice 4-year-old cheese pizza. Cheese pizza? I heard that before. Where did I see that? Oh, maybe right here.
All I'm gonna say is, if anybody you believed in is on that list, I'm not here to say I told you so. That's not what I'm here for. So many people already probably said that to you, or will continue to say that to you, bro. All I'm gonna say is, I'm on your side. Shit ain't right. What we gonna do to stop this shit from keep happening? You know what I mean? But Y'all know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all, love y'all Collective. Till I see everybody in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know what I'm